But now it's time for Mr. Step versus Freaks Punished Joseph.
Yeah, the man of lollies versus the man of the store. This is a matchup. We see it like a lot in.
We used to see it a lot more.
Yeah, we used to see it a lot more. We haven't seen it at losers finals in a while. So let me ask, with the way that these two are playing, how do you think this matchup will play out this week?
I don't know, Mega. You want to take this or do you want to commentate? All right.
Wife died on stream.
No.
Witnessed it. The face fell off.
I completely missed that.
Put it down and the face fell off.
Oh yeah, check out his new name.
Doesn't even fit.
The P is cut off.
What in the actual world am I looking at on Jojo's side?
No, that can't be real.
That can't be real, right? There's no way.
That's not. No.
We have an insider, the source from inside of Freak saying that this is in fact real. Yeah. They wish to remain anonymous, but fuck it. Yikes. Yeah. But with how much more wacky, zany, fun Palm Top Lolistep has put into his game since he's just been playing Rachel Mika this past week. I think I'm liking his chances versus Joey a little bit more than I normally would. It'll be harder for Joey to really pick up on his rhythm because he'll have that many more options that in previous weeks he just didn't have because he was going between lolly team to lolly team.
But now we got blondes.
You have lolly, blondes, tsunderes about to take over the world.
I really refuse that.
Well, let's see if Lolistep can at least take over this tournament with his blonde lollies. So we get into this first game.
Oh, good burst punish. Was able to catch both Mika and Rachel, and I'm pretty sure Steph was calling in that Rachel to punish that same burst. And now Mika's in the air.
A lot of damage on the Carmine, but Carmine can heal it back. We don't have buttons. We don't have buttons.
We got buttons.
We don't have buttons. Take the stock. Yikes.
There should be a jar every time you start a match without checking buttons. Just $1 throw it in.
Yeah. That's what we're gonna need to do during our grinding set before Dallas Distortion. We just need to make sure that we get our buttons correct.
Learn after you have to pay $1.
We'll have money matches, but the only match that really matters is if somebody messed up their buttons. I like it. So we're restarting this match again. And I'm expecting that we'll still see phase 1 Joey as we tend to see. He'll jump back in B, but he's really trying to get in on that.
But we also have Persona music going right now.
Dang, I can't believe this was allowed to happen. Jojo getting to have Persona music. That's why this Mika is already in dire straits.
Already dead. With a Rachel with a third gone. A little over a third gone.
Good DP through the clash. Good burst punish. Joey doesn't need to figure out Palm Top Lolistep's rhythm if he just marches out his own rhythm, right?
And he's spending that cash.
DP, that animation makes it look like it has way more vertical than it actually does. So that was probably honestly way above where the DP would have hit. But alright, attempt at the anti-air, and we had the setup for the unblockable, and then Tigersup just saying, you know what? I'm just going to hug my pillow instead. I feel like it'd be rude to show her such violence.
And we're going
right
back
now,
to the entrance.
but we aren't talking to Tardy. That's the real shame. So that was a really fast game one, and I think the fool let random happen again. Now we're gonna get shadow rolled, and Tigersup might just get wailed on even harder. See if RNG is on his side.
Nope,
This
this is Boyd's Blue, I think.
Yep. So now the field has been equalized without the use of illegal Persona music. That's these footsies have really been working out a lot more in Joey's favor. He just has Carmine buttons are pretty ridiculous, and as ridiculous as Mika and Rachel's respective Bs are, Blood is really good in all ways and shapes. So the whole auto compliment goes into overhead sweep. Comfy Lolistep, Comfy Tigersup, Pop Top Tigersup, just not blocking overhead sweep this week.
Yeah, that Mika missile trying to go it in.
They're trying to get something started with this.
But you know,
Around it.
if Hakuman hits Mika while she's a Mika missile, does she become a black hole?
It's not quite, but sand. 5Cs are getting through. Joey's getting to really just play his game this set. This is not much that Comfy Lolistep has done to get in the way of that, except for that burst punish. He's not letting the Hakuman get in for free, and now he gets to keep his game going instead.
But we got Carmine with level 3 resonance, if he gets to pop it, that is.
That's a lot of meter on Decky's side,
Is
but
he spending it?
he's got Rachel damage, which is non-existent,
It
except
kills!
for the side. I swear, I'm pretty sure that does more damage as a DHC, as a minimum DHC, because I think it bottoms out at like 500 full damage as if Rachel herself is on point, but as a DHC, it has to do 2000. So Rachel's super.
That hurts. It hurts a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit more. It's about 4 times as much, and we get to see a Rachel super actually kill on this stream.
Oh, we saw we had a match earlier. It killed like twice. One of them was an astral, but it still was the same one.
Look, okay, I was there. I understand. But we got game 3 going. And I like there was a really big moment in the last game where Gigas just started to walk back, and I think that's really important because even though the buttons on Jojo's side are like honestly just way better than his, he still has really good buttons. So if he actually just sits there and tries to play the neutral game, there's a really good chance that he could win it.
Yeah, Jojo was able to catch that Rachel DP, but Jojo doesn't really have a lot of extensions on the Hakuman at least. He just knows the catch, and okay, good to know. If an assist pops it, it will not hit the assist or the main.
I think I think Miko also just like flipped above instead of like.
We really need to lab out how that works.
Yeah, DP's through the JC.
As a tournament, we need to figure it out. George
Into push block into the George burst punish with just letting George do his thing. This time around, Deacons is just a lot more willing to hang back. He's like throwing out the Lobelius. He's not getting countered by Joey as much, and if he is, he's just jumping over it because he's got that much range.
Yeah, so it is a super jump that you need to get out over it.
Well, it's starting to work some wonders for him in this matchup, but takes up the Hakuman DP. This could be a dead Carmine.
Big oof.
Oh, definitely a dead Carmine.
Yeah, that's dead. Yeah.
Let's see Rachel do some damage. And while I used to say, it's so crazy. I usually say this about Joey, but this week it seems like Taiga Sep is starting to understand Joey's rhythm. He's baiting out a lot more of these reversal actions. He's starting to whiff punish him more in the neutral. He's playing the neutral with him a lot more and getting way more out of it.
It just happens to be that the Rachel is there and she's playing her neutral game, and then Mika has a lot of strong options that, like, especially like in her air. If she is able to get you into her aerial combo, that is a solid amount of damage, especially if she has that 2-meter spin at the end.
Sometimes it just leads into a safe jump in and of itself. When you say that all, but Joey's already taking off about half of Mika's health.
Can't kill George.
But and another thing that's starting to affect this set a lot is that Joey's still bursting in a lot, and Deku's is starting to punish more and more of these bursts as the set goes on. Tries to play the zoning game, but
that was a lot right there.
That was a wild 5C. Very well hidden by the Haku assist.
Yep.
Buttons. Oh, gets in under the
Good Mika.
Words. Please. Mika. What was it? So Joe, all of his meat is gone, but he's still willing to reversal action his way out.
Good. It's just called getting that pinwheel. But that could be a lot of damage right now. Nope.
You got a drop combo. It gets the corner instead and just backs off. Just trying to play this neutral again. Oh, it's an overhead. Misses the conversion. Gets DP'd for it. George things.
Good burst out.
No burst punish. That puts a lot of health at this Carmine. Gets to leave with. And while he's able to play this neutral a little bit more with versus the Hakuman, Carmine still has blood, and one good B in just the right direction is all Joey really needs.
Push block into George though, and then the dead Hakuman. George putting in more work than Rachel. I'm gonna say.
The one good George is all that Taiga Sep needs in order to keep this game in his favor. He's running out the level 4 resonance time on Joey's side, and
was able to pick up that second part.
we really like to see Joey get a DP whenever he sees somebody block the buzzsaw in the air. It's that little bit of damage that could help him out a bit. It's like the little damage that these Labellias could have gotten if Rachel wasn't dead, but now we have to rely on the brawler grappler things on Mika.
The thing is, Mika is Mika. She can do a lot.
And one of the things she can really do is anti-air. That crouching, I believe it's 2V, really, really good hitbox. Active, it starts up pretty fast, and is able to get Taiga Sep the set.
All right, what?